Yeah, I wanted to see and talk about how I felt about this bullshit with Epstein getting almost getting overlooked, like they're trying to wait for people to stop talking about it because that's what they've done forever. They make all these other events and things flashing on the news to draw people's attention elsewhere, and then they slowly forget about it because it doesn't directly affect them. It's not their child that's being tortured and abused, or I think that's a lot of it, anyways. But also, as I feel like this is totally getting ignored, I haven't heard anybody talk about the fact that these people can, like Ghislaine Maxwell, she's being held on these horrific things and being transferred from this place to that place because of safety and comfort and woo, woo, woo. But I know people that's gone to prison for way less, and it's fucked their whole life up and totally changed their kids' lives, their families' lives. And this happens a lot. A lot of people doing long jail sentences or prison terms, and it's just mind blowing to me that the common people, the constituents, are not more upset about this. Like, why do we accept that? Why do we feel like this is okay for them to be on a different standard than us? It's not, by any means. It's never been okay. And I think it's the perfect time for people to start speaking about it and standing up against it and stop conforming to what they feel like they have to because that's what everyone else is doing. That's slowly becoming more a problem, noticeably, and becoming more uncool. I'm noticing a trend of self-care, and I think that's beautiful. I'm trying to rub it off on my kids, my two youngest anyways. I'd like to know if anybody has anything to say about this, though. I know as really young, I was about 5 years old. We used to get those cards in the mailbox that had missing children on them, and I would save them. And I would always, everywhere we went, hoping to find a missing kid, somebody that was being kept from their family and loved ones. And I myself went through a situation that was more serious than what I realized at the time, but also more serious than what others realize in different ways. But I willingly went to Mexico with someone I barely met. And once I was there, didn't want to let me come back. I was in Mexico for 4 months. In San Luis Potosí, Matehuala. Beautiful country, very poor town where the places I stayed, the town itself was poor and areas around it. But that family was very wealthy, and they were dentists, lawyers, cops. They were the city. So yeah, crazy situation. So I'm a little bit attached to these things because I was at one point where I at the time only had two kids, my two oldest kids. I thought I wasn't going to ever see them again, and that feeling is wild. That's a wild feeling to write out. And I really go out for these children that literally have no one coming for them, and the traumatic experience of being ripped away from what you've known and what you love, or the traumatic experience of never having that, but knowing that other people do. The physical part about it, how do their bodies withstand and live through that? It's insane. And I can't believe it's been going on for this long, and we're just now finding out, like, the mass public is just now starting to hear about it. And hasn't completely been uncovered, but a lot of people have completely uncovered it because they looked into it. And I have very deeply. And I realize it's everyone that's in government, everyone that's in entertainment, everyone that's part of the TV, basically. And, corporations, and it goes into corporations and people in power, people that have wealth and power and control over large amounts of people and or money. And it's mind-blowing, and that's one of the biggest things for a lot of people, especially like people my dad's age. He was born in 57 and he's still completely blind, watches Fox News all day every day. And I even mentioned some of these things and he will literally talk shit about me, make fun of me. So that's still, I imagine there's still a lot of people like that. And how is disclosure going to come for those people, For a lot of us, it already has, and it still is manifesting. But there's those people, I'm waiting for that. And I think when that comes, the veil will be completely lifted. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Thanks for letting me vent. Much love, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful day.